Baltimore Catechism One, Lesson 8, the Redemption. What is meant by the redemption?
By the redemption is meant that Jesus Christ offered his sufferings and death to God in satisfaction for the sins of men.
What do we learn from the sufferings and death of Christ?
From the sufferings and death of Christ we learn God's love for man and the evil of sin.
What do we mean when we say in the Apostles' Creed that Christ descended into hell?
When we say that Christ descended into hell, we mean that, after he died, the soul of Christ descended into a place or state of rest, called limbo, where the souls of the just were waiting for him.
When did Christ rise from the dead?
Christ rose from the dead, glorious and immortal, on Easter Sunday, the third day after his death.
When did Christ ascend into heaven?
Christ ascended, body and soul, into heaven on Ascension Day, 40 days after his resurrection.
What do we mean when we say that Christ sits at the right hand of God, the Father Almighty?
When we say that Christ sits at the right hand of God, the Father Almighty, we mean that our Lord as God is equal to the Father, and that as man he has the highest place in heaven, next to God.
What do we mean when we say that Christ will come from thence to judge the living and the dead?
When we say that Christ will come from thence to judge the living and the dead, we mean that on the last day our Lord will come to judge everyone who has ever lived in this world. In addition to the Baltimore Catechism and collection of prayers, Gentle Catholic Homeschooling offers a series of inspirational stories for children. These stories vividly portray the goodness and beauty of God's creation, his boundless love, and merciful nature, instilling invaluable virtues in young hearts and minds. Your support in this endeavor is deeply valued and greatly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more great content.